But there's gonna be a big to-do in Nottingham. Well done, ain't it?
Ooh, I can cook that. After all, every band of merry men needs a good stew recipe. Also, don't forget to subscribe for even more fictional feasts. We'll start by melting a good amount of butter in a large cast iron pot. Let it heat until it's frothy and just beginning to brown. Once the butter is nice and golden, we'll add in chunks of potatoes, pearl onions, and sliced carrots. These vegetables bring earthy sweetness and a hearty bite, perfect for slow-cooked stews. Now it's time to add some much-needed seasoning. I'm using a bundle of forest herbs, like rosemary and dill, along with a sprinkle of Beaumont seasoning, cracked pepper, and a pinch of sea salt. Stir everything together to coat the vegetables in all of this herby goodness. Next, we'll add minced garlic and hominy to the pot. Garlic provides depth and warmth, while hominy offers robust texture that holds up beautifully during the cooking process and will give the final stew a great flavor. Stir to let all of the flavors melt together. Tomato paste comes next. Stir it in until it covers everything, forming a tangy and flavorful base. Cook it down a bit to intensify the taste. The longer you cook, the deeper the flavor becomes. Don't rush this step. It's definitely worth the wait. Now, let's add the meat. I'm using mutton, though beef or lamb will work just as well. Cut the meat into bite-sized pieces, then brown it in the pot. This step locks in all of the juices, ensuring tender bites in every mouthful. After a few minutes, sprinkle in some flour to create a simple country-style roux that will help to thicken the broth. Speaking of the broth, pour in enough to cover everything in the pot, then bring it to a gentle simmer. Let the stew bubble away for about an hour, but maybe don't let Robin Hood be in charge of the timing. Slow cooking the stew transforms the ingredients into a rich, hearty dish, perfect for a meal worthy of Sherwood Forest. The smell alone could have Little John and Friar Tuck fighting over the first bite. Once it's ready, you'll have a stew with tender meat, perfectly cooked vegetables, and a broth infused with deep, savory flavor. It's the kind of meal that'll make even Prince John forget about his gold. Or at least until his bowl's empty. What fictional feast should I make next? Let me know in the comments below. If you liked this recipe, don't forget to flip that sub button and ring the dinner bell so you can be notified of my latest recipes and food adventures that I post every week. Do you ever get hungry? You can find this recipe and many more with ingredient amounts and step-by-step instructions over at thestarvingchefblog.com. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next episode.